Good morning, night owls. It is 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the road again. After about 5-hour hiatus. Traveling through western New York right now. The state of New York says wash your hands with soap. Well, thank you, state of New York. I believe that words, people use words, specifically for the reasons that they intend to use them, and the way, the context that they use them all the time. You hear people say stuff and then they'll apologize for it later. It can be years later, days later, a minute later. Somebody will say something and then almost immediately they'll apologize. I don't believe in that. And I don't believe the people that do it. I believe that people say exactly what the hell they want to say when they want to say it. And they mean it. Otherwise, they wouldn't say it. So, even if it's in that moment, you meant it. So own it and keep it pushing. Don't say it and then apologize to me later for saying it. You said it. You meant it. Okay. I know how you feel. And let's keep it pushing. One of those subjects is I've never been. I've never understood, and still don't. I mean, I understand the idea of it. I just don't understand it in its action. But why people tend to treat other people as if their actions towards someone else have absolutely no consequences. And they don't fear any consequence at all. For example, someone who, just talks to it. Shit, it ain't gotta be a complete stranger. Someone who talks shit to someone that they know, or someone who in public, you encounter a stranger and you step on their shoe or something, and that person curses you out, calls you a name, or you're in a parking lot and you take a parking space and this person starts calling you names and giving you the finger and, doing all types of aggressive stuff. I never understood why people act like that with people that they don't know. For one, that's scary because you don't know what the other person's capable of, first of all. But then why do people talk to people that they know and treat people that they know so boldly as well. Like they do not fear any type of consequence. Like they don't, they just whatever their life has been up to that point makes them feel like there is absolutely nothing that's going to happen to them based on their actions toward another person. I never understood that. I've always been a person that I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's because I've always been persecuted to the fullest extent of the law in every situation in my life, whether it be by the legal system or by the administration, school, sports, coaches, teachers, other parents in the neighborhood. I've always been like the worst case scenario, the consequence. Sidebar, just a fun fact, that building right there that we're passing is Fishkill's maximum security facility in New York, which at one time, I've never seen anybody outside ever, which at one time was home to Colin Ferguson, the Long Island Railroad mass shooting suspect who was convicted. He was housed there for a while. I'm sure there's a whole lot of other names in there that you might know or heard of. But anyway, yeah, I've never understood that. It's because for me, the first time I got caught stealing was almost the last time, that I ever stole. It wasn't the last time. The first time I got caught stealing, I got caught, and instead of, I was a kid. I think I was like 10, maybe 9, 10 years old. And the police weren't involved, didn't go to jail. So I guess you can say technically it was a slap on the wrist, but it was extremely traumatic because it wasn't just, okay, this is wrong, don't steal again, da 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 da. It was like being scolded in front of a town. Like they took our picture and put our picture up in the store. Like 9 years old, 10 years old. Like, so, it worked. It was pretty much like Scared Straight. It worked. Almost. For the most part it did. Because the shit definitely made me not want to steal again. Well, it made me not want to get caught again. But I definitely didn't, do too much stealing after that. But, that's just one example. It's like, so many people have lived lives or are living lives where they don't deal with any consequences for their actions. And they're given countless chances. Chance after chance after chance to be good people or to be better human beings to each other. And so many people don't get that opportunity to try it again or do it again. So many people said the wrong thing to the wrong person one time, and that was it. Ain't no second chances, ain't no coming back. It's one time. So I really never understood the people who live their lives like that, who just walk outside every day and just feel like they could say and do whatever they want to whoever as many times as they want. And I've never understood that. It's kind of scary to me. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point it can get bad. So, like for me, like I said, I've been given a second chance at life, and even before I was given a second chance at life, I didn't live my life that way. Like I always dealt with people the way that I wanted to be dealt with, because there was something, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was, losing so many friends at young ages. Like dying, not losing friends, like, just losing a friend. I mean, like seeing so much death at a young age that I understood that this shit is precious. Like, this shit is precious. This shit is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not promised. So, like, why would you put yourself in a position to end it, to have your life end just pointlessly? It don't make sense. Okay, you want to, people want to prove that they're tough, or they're not a punk or pussy, or whatever. But like, there's so many other ways to prove yourself to people. There's so many other ways to die. Like, why would you even, like, why would you just deliberately put yourself in a position to let, to go in a way that it's at the hands of somebody else, just because, like, what? You want to feel strong? Like, there's people out here that do wild shit, like spit on people, spit in their face, call them names, and like what? like what? Like, where does that come from? Like, where does that come from? Like, where were you niggas raised? Like, what neighborhoods did y'all niggas grow up in? Because that shit was not flying where the fuck we from. Like, that shit was not flying at all. And I guess, like, I knew that, like, and it's not fear of another person, because I'm not afraid of any other human being, period. We bleed the same way. But I'm not stupid either. Like, why? Like, I'm in control of that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in control of that situation. Like, if somebody calls me a name, I can control how I react. Right? So, but if you're in environments where certain things trigger certain responses, like, why would you do that? Like, why do people do that? It's like people want to die. Like, people want they want to fight. You know what I mean? They want the extra stuff. And I never understood that. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess, like I said, maybe it's because I seen so much death as a kid that I knew I didn't want to die early. I damn sure didn't want to die over no dumb shit. Like, but there's people that that live it every single day still. Like there's adults, like adult people, like mothers and fathers and like people that got kids and grandkids that still go out in the world nowadays, that still go out into the world and act that same way, still talk to people however they want to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Still, approach people with that same type of energy. And I never understood it. Like, it's crazy.